Hello, everybody. So welcome to tonight's Monday Mindset. Tonight's call is indeed titled Cycles and Seasons. And I think it's so important to talk about cycles and seasons, not just when it comes to your goals, but when it comes to life in general, because especially in this season where, everything is moving and shaking right now, the price of gas has gone up. I mean, the price of the everything's gone up. Well, go ahead and type in the chat what you're currently seeing right now in this season when it comes to change, all right? Because all we have to do right now is just look at what's going on in the economy, look what's happening. Auntie Anne's put in there inflation, what you're seeing, the price, the cost of living, as they call it, right? The cost of living is drastic for those of us that are used to paying a certain amount. We see that the utility bills have gone up. We see someone put butter, £6, mighty, heavenly. The gas prices, we've got food prices going up slowly each week. I mean, my nail tech's gone up, hair's gone up. They're talking about the recession kicking in. Even the price of goat meat has gone up. I can see you guys love your belly. I see bare food coming up, utilities. What else have you noticed? Let's be more specific. What have you noticed right now in this season? Because especially, let's see what we've got. The Prime Minister's gone as well. Yeah, the fuel's gone up, cotton, more strikes, people asking for more, more pay. I wouldn't want to work on the underground tube during this season. Parking fees gone up, more people being laid off, a lot of people working from home as well. Yeah, materials, flights gone up, families struggling, food banks flooded, charity shops flooded, air tickets. Yeah, and we could be here for a long time listing all those things. And I think we all notice different things based on what we use, based on what we're exposed to, our utility, the utility of what we use. So if you're somebody that likes supermalt, for example, you will notice the price of supermalt's gone up because you know that's something on your regular shop. For me, I do my regular shop and there's certain things that I'm like, rah, that's gone up. Anton noticed, what was it that Anton noticed a few days ago? Anton, we went to eat something. Anton noticed that the price of his steak had gone up. I didn't notice the steak. Why? Because pescatarian lifestyle, I'm not eating steak anymore. Now, here's the thing. We've all heard of this, saying, whatever you focus on grows, right? So for those people that are not currently traveling, would they necessarily spot or know that the price of air tickets have gone up? What are we saying? Yes or no? Because everything is relative, right? Everything is relative to what you're actually using. And maybe if they had an inkling, would they really care? Probably not, because they're like, well, I'm not traveling anyway, that doesn't affect me, right? And so it's very important to understand that just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. That makes sense, guys? And I watched an amazing clip the other day, and I have to share this with you because this was, it really stood in my mind. And it was an example of having an issue, but some people not seeing the issue because it doesn't affect them, right? Now, first of all, I just want to welcome anybody onto this call for the very first time. If you are here for the first time, this is our Monday Mindset call. We usually come on here with our notebooks, pens, ready to take some notes to really help fuel us to go into the week, to help us with our goals. If you're brand new on this call for the very first time, put some 7s in the chat box. My name is Nikki Sutherland. Let me introduce myself properly to you guys. I am the money and mindset mentor. And what that means is with my 15-year banking experience, alongside my property portfolio experience, linked in with my mindset coaching and 15 years worth of Training and Development in Leaders by Cohen Brown, I mixed the two to really help us to get forward. And, you know, I'm a woman of faith. And so that will come out in, you know, what I'm talking about, but I am by no means like forcing anybody to believe in anything that I believe in, but we just chop it up on these calls, all right? So here's the ideology of this thing now that I was talking about. Any left-handers on the call, put an L inside the chat. I am a left-hander. In case you guys didn't know, that's a fact about me. I'm a left-hander. Do we have any lefties on the call? Hey, Ria, what's up, Dion? Yes, girl. Come on. Any other lefties on this call? Let's see what's good. We have any other lefties on the call, or is it just the three of us? Just the three of us. Now, here's the thing. There are 60 of us on the call, say, and out of 60 people, there are four individuals who are left-handed, right? Now, how many of you, those of you that are not left-handed, noticed, and just put a 7 in the chat, noticed that there were no left-handed scissors inside the post office when you go there, or Boots, or any of the other stores that you go to when it comes to sending out a mail or sending something or posting something? How many of you noticed that there were no left-handed scissors? I see one person there. Anybody else? 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Was it something that you noticed? Like, oh. Have you ever asked someone for a pair of scissors and they just hand you a pair of scissors? Put a yes in the chat. Did they ever ask you, are you left-handed? Or do they just hand you a pair of scissors? Wasn't aware there were left-handed scissors. Yeah, there are. There are left-handed scissors, guys. Now, for those of you that didn't know or had no idea about this, maybe you would never know. But for the left-handers on the call, how many of you notice it every single time? Why? Why do you notice it every single time? Because it's something that we need. It's something that affects us personally. Now, here's the thing. I want you to think about this. I want us to think about perspective before we go into what we're talking about here. Now, if a right-handed person hears a left-handed person complaining about the fact that there's no left-handed scissors, should a right-handed person be offended by that? Is it an attack on the right-handed person, or is it a highlight that actually we need scissors too? Let's have a think about it. The issue isn't right-handed people, but in the conversation, I may say, look, you're only catering for right-handed people. I need some left-handed scissors, please. Can you accommodate me also? Right-handed person shouldn't be upset by that, right? Because all we're asking for is equality. All we're asking for is fairness. We're not asking for you to take away the right-handed scissors. We're just saying, give us the same opportunities so that we too can be able to cut the paper or send our mail. So that we too don't have to hurt our fingers when we're using the facilities. But you see, if you're not a left-handed person, if you didn't know there were left-handed scissors, you may not even realize that you have an edge. You may not even realize the extra power, the extra, how you've been equipped slightly more, how you've had an advantage over somebody else because it doesn't affect you necessarily. So here's the message that I want us to have in our minds as we're going to go through this concept. right? Just because it doesn't affect you doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because it doesn't personally affect your circumstances, don't disregard, and I had to learn this the hard way, guys. Don't disregard something because it doesn't affect you. That's not easy. Put yes or yes if you know that's not easy. How many of you have ever heard someone complain about something? You're like, oh, is it really that deep? Have you ever heard somebody go, well, if it was me, this is what I do? Well, no, it isn't you. You can't say, if it was me, this is what I do, because it isn't you. And you don't know what you would do until you get into that situation where you can say, if it was me. How many of you ever been through something and someone's advising you something and then, well, if it was me, well, it ain't you. It's not you. It's not you, it's me. And this situation isn't you. And this is why also we have to qualify the advice that we get, because not everybody is equipped to give advice. Not everybody is equipped to be able to show you a perspective if they not necessarily have been through it. And especially being a lefty all my life, I've been through this all my life, so I can speak about it. So when it comes to cycles, guys, when it comes to it comes to patterns and cycles, and so how many of you on this call right now know somebody? I'm not going to say you personally, but how many of you on here know somebody that you've turned around and you've said to them, or in your mind you thought about it, I can't believe they didn't buy that house when it was 2 grand. I can't believe they didn't buy that house when it was 10 grand. Back in the day, they had the chance to buy that house when it was 10 grand, and it's still not in our family possession. Why didn't they just buy the house when it was 10 grand? Put a 7. Let's have a confession. If you, especially if you're in the UK right now, where, you know, we have council, and the council gave you a massive discount back then, the house prices were so low, and we judged them. We were like, look, why didn't they just buy the house when it was 5 grand? I'm warming up, guys. Someone's going to get freed from this call. Cycles and seasons. So right now is that time. Anybody on this call right now have a council place? Why don't you buy it right now? This is sell time. In recession, okay, especially network marketers make the most money in a recession. People are now open to opportunities. They're now looking, that right now, more than ever before, people are looking for opportunities. This is the time where things are tight, where people are saying, well, what can I turn to? What can I put my hand to? Some people are looking at all different things. What things are there out there right now that people are looking to? Some people are doing hair. Some people remembered that they could bake. Some people are looking to turn and invest some money and flip that money. What are people thinking of doing? How creative are people getting right now? Now, during a recession, let me tell you something. I made the most money during recession. When a lot of people hear about, you know, my houses and stuff like that, they were purchased in 2008. What was happening in 2008, ladies and gents? House prices have never gone back to 2008. What was happening in 2008? Banking crisis, crash, recession. When everybody was saying, this is not the right time, don't do this, don't do that, the movers and the shakers were making decisions. But 90 to 95% of the people were living in fear. Oh my God, we're in a recession. I was speaking to my dad the other day, and he was telling me when he bought his houses in a recession. I was like, geez. So the question is then, especially those of you that ever thought why your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and your great-great-great-grandparents in the time where things were, according to us, cheap, didn't buy, how many of you right now are going to go buy? What's stopping you right now from buying? Because the great grandchildren are going to be looking back now, but why didn't mommy buy that house? You right now are in the position of the same people that we judged 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. So what do we need to do in this cycle, during this moment of opportunity in this recession, to make sure that we are capitalizing on the opportunity? Because I want to let you guys know is when you see things, the price of things going up, it's not just the price of the things that you're buying that's going up. It's the price of the things that you possess that goes up. Your skill set is now more expensive. The things that you are able to provide, the prices, someone just type in the chat, the price has just gone up. We are now part of a cycle. Guys, for those of you that know about property and stuff like that, you will know that they have something called the seller's market and the buyer's market, right? Now, the seller's market, this is where, you know, the house prices ain't going down. They're going up. In fact, when there was a point when I was going for a property, and when I went to the property, there was 20 other people there walking around at the same time, leaving offers on the table before they left. That's what you call a seller's market. Then you have the buyer's market. The buyer's market is where things are not really selling too tough, and you can go put in crazy offers. You can go below market value. You can start hustling with a price. Right now, what I'm saying to you guys is this is buyer's market time. Why is it buyer's market right now, guys? It's buyer's market in certain places. Let me tell you why in certain places, depending on where you're looking. And it's coming, it's juicy. It's juicy time, guys. You know why it's juicy? Because it's coming to that point where there's going to be a lot of people saying, you know what, I'm a downsize. I just want to sell and clear some debt. I need to get some cash injection. I need a cash flow. I want to sell my house below market value. I just need to get some equity out. It's now a time where people are starting to think, hey, what? Maybe I need to be more cost effective. Maybe I need to lower my mortgage. Maybe I need to downsize because I got to think about these bills. Put a 777 in the chat if you're hearing me right now, because there are some people that are sitting in this recession, and there are some people saying, hold up, there's an opportunity here. There's an opportunity in this season because we're in that cycle. You have to be able to spot the cycle though, guys, because you can't talk like the rest. How many of you remember? Let me go a little bit more recent. How many of you remember when the COVID first started coming out, pandemic? Most people were doing what? Buying toilet paper. But those that were smart, they knew that the people were going to start working from home. We were able to grow our business 3 times during the pandemic. But 99% of people were buying toilet paper, rushing to the supermarket. Whose idea was it that we were going to run out of toilet paper? Whose idea was it? That we just said the whole world went and bought toilet paper. I think some people still have toilet paper from that time, right? The toilet paper shortage. How many of you seen the other day was the gas shortage? Gas prices went so low and there were lines outside the petrol station. The gas station was so long just to get gas in your car that they put £20, £30 maximum limits. Who were making money during these times of shortage or recession? Who was capitalizing and who was spending? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Do you guys know? Hold on, I'm gonna tell you this right now, right? Hold up. You're gonna think I'm you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. How much, wait for it. How much, guys, do you think the COVID mask industry is currently worth? How much? 3.5 billion. 3.5 billion. This industry in the last 2 years, 3.5 billion. COVID masks. It's very important, guys, that you don't look from the same eyes as, you know, they say, see the masses, do the opposite. You guys heard that? Don't look through the same eyes. We've got to be smart in this season. We've got to understand that there are small windows of opportunity. There's cycles. But everyone right now is going through the cycle. It's not just our industry, guys. Some of you may sit down and you may see your business maybe a little bit slow, and you may be saying, oh, you know, maybe we're crashing, maybe we're burning, maybe this is happening, maybe that. No. It's not just our industry. A lot of the industries are suffering right now. A lot of the industries are seeing the same cycle, but the ones that come out with a bang, the ones that come out and go 3 times and triple their business are the ones that understand the season. Understand that not every season, you know, one of the things my uncle used to say is every day is a fishing day, but not every day is a catching day. And if you start looking at your business, like, oh, I haven't caught no fish today, and you want to throw in the towel, or you don't maneuver, this is why we talk about what? Multiple streams of income. Now, this isn't a building call, this isn't a trading call, but I want to speak to those of you that are investors on this call right now to understand that when building is slow, you 10x on your trading. And when trading is slow, you 10x on your building. That's why you do simultaneous. That's multiple streams of income. When your store, your e-commerce store is not popping as much as you want it to, you have your trading money to bounce off of. You have your building money, residual income money to bounce off of. You have your skill sets. Maybe you're a baker. Maybe you do hair. You have your calendar available. You got to start thinking smart in these times, guys. Don't ever corner yourself to one thing, to one stream of income, to one thing. You see, so many times when we speak about our affirmation, and we speak about and we say, I'm open and receptive to any idea that God will put in my life to enable me to fulfill the purpose and the calling over my life, I need to make sure that every single one of us understand what that affirmation means. I learned the skill set of investing in gold, trading gold. I learned that skill set. That's a skill set that nobody can take away from me. How many of you have learned a similar skill set? Type skill set in the chat. If you understand that, you know how to buy and sell and make a change, right? Now, how many, you're 1% of the world that know how to do that. Now, how many of you have learned networking? And you've learned how to build a business. You've learned relationship marketing, which now pays you for a link in the bio. Put relationship. I need us to really understand what we're talking about here. Some of you are talking about one specific company or one specific trading strategy. You need to open up your mindset to understand that the skills that you are learning here, these are survival skills, guys. Some of us are sitting down suffering when really and truly you have the skill set in your hand, and now you need to play the hand that you've been dealt with. Now you need to say to yourself, well, hold up, what am I really doing here? You can't sit down and be in this platform, in this space, inside this community, and not be able to turn your hand to something when the cycle changes. You don't leave all your eggs in one, you don't over leverage and put everything in one trade. You don't do that. That's why you do things simultaneously. That's why you have your business, you're building your business, you got your investments coming through as well. Now, when you make your investments and you're making your day trades or whatever that may be, guess what, guys? You make sure you pull some percentage out of that so you can pop it into some real estate. So you can diversify, so you can make sure that you now have passive income coming in. It's no point buying Gucci belts and Balenciagas. I'm just keeping it real. What have you done with the money that you're getting in? The resources that you have available to you, are you utilizing them to the maximum of your capacity, to your capability? Because there is a small window and the time is coming closer, guys. You're hearing all the talks about recession. The time is coming closer, where if you don't have something to sell online, you are going to be left behind. The time is coming where you want to be able to have passive income coming in. You invest that money into the markets and you flip that money and you learn a skill set. And now that money is now turning and you're going to put that into a business. You're going to make sure that that money is turning and you transition that money. But here's the thing, you need to have a system for this. But you need to understand the cycles. This is not the time to cry. This is the time to get ready. Someone say, get ready, y'all. Now I'm getting ready. I don't know about you guys. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. My household is getting ready. My daughter's already launched her business. My husband is in full mode of his business. I am literally, guys, it's time. It's mode season. We're talking about getting outside, but when you're outside, what are you doing? What are you talking about? What are you creating? We have these hands, guys, and I want to remind us that these hands are here to create. You ain't in those charts for no reason. You're not just here to educate with no action. The education should lead you to take action. Otherwise, you're sitting down on Zooms 24/7 and there's no implementation. There's no lifestyle change. We need to see lifestyle changes. And I'm not talking about taking private jets or buying, big fancy cars. I'm talking about you seeing yourself in a position better off than you was last year. How many of you know that from today, you're going to start making some moves because there has to be progression? Put moves in the chat. There has to be progression. There has to be progression. Because what is that? That's what Earl Nightingale says, right? There has to be progression of this worthy ideal. What is the worthy ideal? What is the worthy ideal? I don't want no one, especially in this heat, to sit on their butt and just let this opportunity go by. The cycles, guys, are here. Now, your great-grandkids are only going to ask you one of two questions. What was you doing during the time when everyone was capitalizing on the cycle that we will never, ever see again, Grandma? Granddad, we're never going to see the season that you were in. Why didn't you do more? Why didn't you buy? We said this about crypto. And we were saying to people, listen, you want to understand this? We're saying this now about real estate. We're saying this now about the markets. We're saying this now about building your business. Don't look at this like, a lot of people think to themselves, oh, I'm not making no money, so I'm not going to be, sharing this business. That's a lack mindset. Because you haven't got your business hat on. You have a self hat on. You have, self-esteem issues. What you have to understand is when you are a business person, you have a product and a need. Someone needs the product that you have. It's completely separate from the results that you have. Let me give an example. You have people that are in the medical field, GPs, that are writing you prescriptions who smoke on their break. You still take the prescription from them, yes or yes? Yes or yes? They're not saying, because I don't have the results, I'm not going to help my patient. They're not saying, because I have a smoking issue, I'm not going to be able to do that. No, you still take the medication from the doctor that's smoking on their lunch break. So we need to make sure that we haven't got blurred lines, that we're not blocking our own blessing. I'm not here forcing anyone to build. I'm telling you to build your business. And if you don't have a business, you don't have a product, you have a company that is literally saying to you, sell our products, we'll pay you. But no, you bougie. You're like, oh no, I didn't come here for that. No, but your bank account is screaming that you need to do something, sis. Your bank account is saying, brother, that you need to think of a product that you can sell. And if you can't create a product, because that takes money, that takes investment, then you find a product and you promote a product and you make some money from that product. When you make that money from that product, you take that money and you invest that money. And when you invest that money, to make more money. And guess what? You put that money into something that's going to pay you passively. I'm just teaching you guys. This is basic economics. This is basic. Now, here's the problem that we have is some people, when they get their money in, the first thing they think of doing is spending. Let's be honest, guys. If your income stopped today, how many months would you be able to survive on the lifestyle that you have right now? Go ahead, let's have some transparency, put it in the chat. If your income stopped today, how many months would you be able to fulfill the current lifestyle that you have right now? How many months? Let's see what's going on. Let's be honest. Because the bottom line is when we talk about financial freedom isn't living from check to check. Now, do you have to live from check to check at some point? Yes. But it's not forever. We don't want that forever. We don't want that to dwell long term. We don't want that to dwell long term. Now, if you are in a position where you're like, yo, Nikki, that question just scared me, then I want to just say this to you right now. This is me saying this in love. Don't block your blessings. Don't allow your mindset to block you from what is right here in your hands. Don't allow yourself to neglect yourself. The cycle is here. The cycle is here, guys. This is a cycle. This situation may not come back around in our lifetime. But I'm smelling it. I'm smelling it and I'm getting ready. I'm smelling it. It's coming very, very close. And I tell you this, the last time I said this, we had a full lockdown and we tripled our business. The last time. So I want us all to take this as a warning, take this as encouragement, take this, someone said to me, Nikki, it's recession. We got to pray for some of these people. Honestly, sometimes I have to pray for humility as well, guys, because sometimes I look at people and my face don't lie. And sometimes I'm like, huh? Say that again. You know, the ones where people say, oh, the market's going down. It must be slow for you. Huh? God forgive me. Say, well, no. Pardon? But we need to educate folk, right? What you mean the market went where? The market went where? Is that, I end up going, who told you that? Like, say what now? It's not cool to not know in this season. If you don't know, you better link up with someone that does know. So you don't go around saying things like Forex exchange, and you don't go around saying things like the market's going down, you must be losing money. Like we really need to make sure that there's some education going on, so we don't have people sounding like fools out here in the streets. As I was saying to you guys, I go off on a tangent. There's these cycles: buyer's market, seller's market, right? We know this. Bears and the bulls, yeah. And the key is very simple. You want to know when it's a bearish, when it's a bullish. You can buy or sell. Now, the reason why I use property as an example, because most people can understand it more logically. But I'm not talking about property. I'm just talking in general in business. Now, if I buy a property, can I make money? Yes or yes? Yes, because I can rent it out, right? If I sell a property, can I make money? Yes or yes? Now, why am I laughing? I'm not laughing. It's not a laughing matter. But sometimes we have to break things down. Even in a recession, I can still sell a property and I can still make money. Buying and selling makes you money at the appropriate what? Time. Now, a lot of people are doing what? I'm seeing a lot of people jumping on the, Airbnb wave. You don't even have to, put your family members. I remember when I was renting, I put my sister in and she didn't pay the rent for a couple of months, right? But these days, people are getting smart. Give your property to the council take it for 2 years. How can you turn Because here's what I don't want to happen is some of us are losing access because we're saying, you know, things are tight. How many of you heard someone say, things are tight, I can't afford to stay in this space? No, things aren't tight, you're tight. What you need to do is loosen your mind so you can see the opportunities that you have in front of you. What can you sell in this season? I heard a few people doing car boot sales. You know, during this time is where you can get real creative. It's funny how the best business ideas come in a recession, comes in a tight spot. Any people on this call have a business already? Put 7 in the chat. And I can tell you this for free. Your best business ideas come when your back's against the wall. Facts. Don't waste this time being fearful. It's time to get creative. It's time to make sure, right? It's time to make sure that you are doing the best of your time. Guys, do you know that I'm actually in the markets and out the markets? I don't even spend half an hour in the markets. And any of you guys have my number, you'll see my stories. Very simple strategy. In and out, real quick. But that skill set took me 2 years. Would you study a skill set for 2 years if it meant that it will pay you every day of your entire life? What skill set do you currently have that can pay you every single day of your life? Now, I'm not saying it's easy. It's going to take a little hard work, but you're working hard anyway. Could you squeeze in an extra half an hour? Guys, I'll be honest, I do not stay in the charts long. I don't. I've got too much things to do. I have multiple streams dealing with. But no one can take that skill set away from me. So during a cycle, I'm going to give you some tips because you really want to make sure that you can spot cycles, you can spot seasons. Now, I'm not saying we're in there yet, but it's very close. During cycles, you see a lot of people complaining about a similar thing. Write that down. Do we currently see a lot of people complaining about a similar thing, guys? Now we have a choice. We either complain with them or we do what? Provide a solution, baby. During a cycle, you usually see panic. Do we see panic? For those of you that watch the news, there's a lot of panic going on. You usually, those of you that get mail, start to see more mail coming through your door offering you stuff. Anybody seen that lately? Windows, double doors, conservatories, discounts on the this, discounts on the that, gardeners. How do you spot? Come on, guys. How do you spot when the cycle's happening? Now, for a time, your business may go quiet. You may hear a lot of people talking about overtime, extra time, looking for a side hustle, need to do something else. Anybody heard that lately? You may also hear about cutting back. Anybody heard those words lately? Oh, I need to cut back. Maybe cancel a few subscriptions. We don't really watch TV. All of a sudden you remember, we don't really watch TV. Sky has got to go. Who needs cable in a time like this? It's either cable or the groceries this week. Cable gone, no more cable. In fact, no internet gone, right? All of a sudden you may want to do what? Switch providers. You're looking for cheaper options. You have to be able to spot these signs. Now here, where do you go to spot these signs, guys? You can watch TV. You can hear it on the train. Your friends may come up with these things. You may see, you may see certain networking events pop up as well. You can start to speak to people. You may just overhear somebody in a cafe. It's right there, right in front of our faces. But we're so busy agreeing with them, we forget to provide what? The solution. Now, don't be those cheesy type of people and go, Whoa, have you ever heard? No, they haven't heard. That's why they're moaning about it. It's not have you ever heard. You listen, you make friends. That's all this networking event. Why don't you pop along? It's entrepreneurs, people that are looking for other income streams as well. I can bring you for free. Now you provide a solution. Now you're helping somebody. But you have to have your antennas. You've got to be ready. Now, for those of you that have traditional businesses, is your business visible? Are you ready? Because now we're moving into solution stage. Are you ready to provide a solution? Multiple streams of income. And they all start with one thing, guys, relationships. Write that down, relationships. Now, not just any relationships. This is the last real. I'm going to spell it like this. Right? I'm going to spell it like this. Real relationships. Don't be fake. Build authentic friendships. Honest, truthful friendships. Start to, really get to know people. How many of you know a friend who's an electrician? When you had electric problems, you called them instead of waiting for a call out. How many of you have someone who does hair, instead of going to the hairdressers, you can get them to do your kids' hair? Relationships. How did you get into this circle? Relationships. Everything that you have going for you right now was on the back of a relationship. First relationship is him. And then we build relationships. Build relationships, guys. Relationships are so, so important. They are the foundation of everything. And then you start to get real tangible with the things that you're doing. So I don't want you to talk hypothetics in this season. In this season is go season, right? It's go time. It's what do I need to do physically? Do I need to now get creative? Business cards, pop out. Listen, you gotta have something to pop out and hand somebody. Quick conversation. Hey, yeah, look, boom. You guys know I've given you this tip before. See if I've got it here with me. Boom. I got my tappy, right? It's my tappy, T-A-P-P-Y. Anytime anybody meets me, if it's short and sweet, boom. The tappy's at the back of my phone case alongside my affirmations, right? My gold card. And if I see somebody, I'm having a chat with them, oh yeah, just follow me, tap, boom. All my social medias pop up on their phone. If you don't have a tappy, get a tappy. It's so easy to connect with people. Don't need to sit there going N-I-K-K-I-S-U-T-H. No, bang, tappy. Especially if you got a tricky name, they're like, huh? Say that again? Huh? A, B, C, D, Alpha, Lima, right? You always forget one. The dentist. It's like, no, that's not dentist. What's D, guys? You always forget one and you stand there like Alpha, Lima, Bravo, right? Just get a tappy. It's so much more professional. You gotta be professionally networking, right? Become a networker for everything. Guys, get a tappy. Delta, there we go. Dentist. D4. I always come out with some words when I can't remember them. I'm like, Foxtrot, like box ooh. It's just so much more professional, so much more smoother as well, quick. Right? So what do you need to do to start networking? What do you need to do to get yourself a bit more professional? It's not expensive to get a tappy, guys. It's not expensive to get a few business cards. Be intentional in this season. I've been saying this for a long time, but I feel the urge to just say it one more time. Get intentional. Because the cycle's here. This is not time to be, to sour. This is not time for you to get down. It's time for you to get ready, get prepared. What are the skill sets that God put in your hands? Don't lose access because you're saying that one income stream ain't working for you. We have so many income streams available to us here. You don't limit yourself to one. A tappy is it's a card that you can just attach all your social medias to. So if you meet somebody, boom, they tap and all your social medias come up and they follow you straight away. So you don't have to be explaining your name and going over to all these different social media platforms. I have all of mine all on one card. Bang, Tappy. Who's getting a Tappy today? Come on, get a Tappy. See, Tappy need to pay me, fam. That's what they need to do. Wonder if they have a, not really, maybe not even say that. You gotta be careful as well, guys. I'm gonna give you a quick warning. Don't tell your left hand what your right hand is doing. Some people are just around you to hear your business. If it's not your mentor or someone that is an expert in that field, I beg, keep your goals to yourself. Don't chat the thing. Right? This is what Tappy looks like. So tappy.tech, and you just click here, create an account. Show you, put your name in, boom. That's it. Simple. Just one page. You click create account. Can't remember how much it is, but it's worth it. It makes you more professional, guys. Right? It makes you more professional. That's Tappy, okay? Tappy.tech. All right, take action. Not everybody will, but those of you that are serious will take action. Those of you that say, listen, you know, I need to put cash in my account, then put an alarm on your phone and put buy Tappy Friday, right? But just make sure you get this stuff, guys. Don't let this mentorship go to waste. I'm here about practical solutions. Go on Eventbrite and have a look at what free events you can just attend in your local area. Get creative, be intentional, right? Go out, meet people, speak, talk, have that product ready. So you can be like, listen, let me show you something. So Tappy doesn't do anything. What it does is when you tap it on somebody's phone, all your social medias come up and then they can follow you instantly and they'll be able to connect with you rather than fiddling around with all the different social media platforms. So homework, guys, very, very simple as we wrap up here. First thing is make sure you have a tool. Write this down. I must have a tool. You don't go outside without a tool. Tool, T-O-O-L, a tool. My tool is Tappy. I also have a MetaTrader 4 tool, right? But you have a tool. What's your tool that you can pop out when you connect with somebody? I also have my website, right? What's your tool? You don't go out, so you got to be intentional. Even on a school run, you got your tool. I always have my phone. So where's my tool? At the back of my phone. Just easy. No diggle-daggling. Homework, have your tool. Second part of the homework is what's in your hands. Ask yourself, what is the skill set? What are you going to be leveraging? What's going to be your money maker? And then when you make that money, how are you going to invest that money to make sure that you turn that money? And then you're now growing different things that's going to give you that passive income back. Don't spend your money on Gucci, guys. Don't spend your money on all this crazy stuff. Make sure that you are, being really, really strategic in this time. This is not the time to waste money. I'll be honest. This is the time to stack. This is the time to start to make provisions so that you know exactly what's happening. To give yourself those streams of income coming in. So if your income right now, your predominant income was to stop, you know that you have something to turn. Next one, very important. My grandma would say, kibber your mouth. Only tell your goals to people that you know can enhance them, can help you be better at them. Do not go around telling every single person your goal and your new ideas. Don't do it. Not everybody's happy for you. Not everyone wants to see you win. Not everybody wants to see you win, guys. I promise you that. Facts. They will smile in your face. They will be your best friend, and they do not want you to win. In this season, I'm going to tell you this. Stay prayed up. That's the only way you keep your confidence in what it is that you're doing, is to stay prayed up. So that's your homework, guys, okay?